Have you ever considered that some everyday items in your home could be hazardous to your health? It's a thought that may not cross our minds often, but the reality is, our homes are filled with items that, while seemingly innocent, could potentially be increasing our risk of developing cancer. These common household items might be emitting toxic chemicals and compounds that are far from benign. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at 8 of these everyday items, discussing what makes them potentially harmful, what they do to your body, and exploring safer alternatives instead. Today, we will unveil the hidden dangers lurking in your home. But before we dive in, do us a favor. If you're passionate about health and longevity, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We share science-backed health insights daily, so there's nothing to lose and a wealth of knowledge to gain. Scented candles may seem harmless, but they could be emitting toxic fumes right under your nose. They add a touch of elegance to your home decor, and their fragrances may even make you feel relaxed and cozy. But here's something you might not know. Many scented candles are made with paraffin wax, a petroleum byproduct. When burned, this wax can release hazardous chemicals into the air, including toluene and benzene, both of which are known carcinogens. Moreover, the delightful scent that fills your room is often the result of synthetic fragrances and dyes. Many of these contain phthalates, a group of chemicals used to soften and increase the flexibility of plastic and vinyl. Studies have linked phthalates to hormone disruption, reproductive problems, and increased risk of certain types of cancer. The wicks too can be a source of concern. Some candle wicks are made with lead or other metals. When a candle burns, microscopic particles of these metals can be released into the air and inhaled. Over time, this can lead to health problems, including neurological damage and respiratory issues. And let's not forget about formaldehyde. Yes, the same formaldehyde used in embalming fluids and as a disinfectant. This toxic substance is formed when the ingredients of a scented candle burn, and it's a known carcinogen. Several research studies have shown that formaldehyde exposure has been linked to various health issues including liver toxicity, lung cancer, and breast cancer. A study published in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute found that high levels of formaldehyde exposure are associated with elevated risks of lung cancer. It's not our intention to make you terrified of your favorite lavender or vanilla candle. Rather, we want to make you aware of the potential risks involved. So, what can you do to mitigate these risks? Opt for candles made from beeswax or soy wax, which are natural and burn cleaner. Look for candles with cotton wicks and avoid those with metallic ones. And if you're particularly fond of fragrant candles, choose those scented with essential oils, rather than synthetic fragrances. Next time you light a scented candle, remember the risks involved. Awareness is the first step towards making healthier choices for you and your family. Humidifiers can be a breeding ground for harmful bacteria and mold. Another surprising household item. As comforting and beneficial as humidifiers can be, especially in dry conditions, they harbor a dark secret. When not properly maintained and cleaned, these devices can become a fertile breeding ground for harmful bacteria and mold. Imagine this. You fill your humidifier with water, you turn it on, and it emits a soothing mist. What you may not realize is that, without proper care, this mist could contain millions of microscopic invaders, ready to invade your lungs and wreak havoc on your health. The types of bacteria and mold that can proliferate in a humidifier are numerous and varied. Some, like the infamous Legionella bacteria, can cause severe respiratory diseases. Others, like Aspergillus mold, are known to trigger allergic reactions and even lead to infections in people with weakened immune systems. Now you might be wondering, how do these harmful substances get into my humidifier? Well, bacteria and mold spores are everywhere, even in the cleanest of homes. They float in the air and can easily land in the water tank of your humidifier. Once there, the warm, moist environment is an ideal breeding ground for them to multiply. The health risks associated with bacteria and mold exposure from humidifiers are not to be taken lightly. They can range from minor issues like coughing, wheezing, or itchy eyes to severe respiratory infections, and in extreme cases can even be life-threatening. Fortunately, there are ways to mitigate these risks. Regular cleaning and maintenance of your humidifier are essential. You should empty, rinse, and dry the water tank of your humidifier every day to prevent bacteria and mold growth. Also, using distilled or demineralized water instead of tap water can help inhibit bacterial growth. It's also crucial to replace your humidifier's filter as recommended by the manufacturer. A dirty filter not only reduces the efficiency of your device but can also become a hotspot for bacteria and mold. So while it's true that humidifiers can provide relief from dry air and help with conditions like dry skin, allergies, and cold symptoms, don't forget that keeping your humidifier clean is vital to your health. Next up, we have dry clean clothes. Dry clean clothes may seem fresh and clean, but they could be carrying hidden toxic chemicals. The unique scent and crisp feel of freshly dry cleaned garments can be deceiving. That's because dry cleaning often uses a chemical known as perchloroethylene, or PERC for short. PERC is a volatile organic compound, which means it readily evaporates at room temperature, releasing toxic fumes into the air. Now you may wonder, why use such a chemical? Well, PERC is excellent at removing stains and preserving the integrity of delicate fabrics, but its effectiveness comes at a cost. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies PERC as a Group 2A carcinogen, which means it's probably carcinogenic to humans. Long-term exposure to PERC can lead to a range of health issues, from respiratory problems and skin irritation to more serious conditions like liver and kidney damage, and yes, even cancer. But the danger doesn't end when you bring your clothes home. When you stash your dry cleaned items in the closet, especially when they're still wrapped in plastic, you're effectively turning your wardrobe into a mini chemical storage unit. Every time you open the closet door, you're potentially releasing a wave of toxic PERC vapors into your living space. So, how can we minimize this invisible threat? The answer might be simpler than you think. Air dry your dry cleaned clothes. Removing the plastic covers and letting your garments air out before storing them can significantly reduce your exposure to PERC. It's also worth considering alternatives to traditional dry cleaning, such as wet cleaning or liquid carbon dioxide cleaning, which don't use harmful chemicals. Remember, it's not just about the clothes you wear, but also how you care for them. By being mindful of the hidden dangers in dry cleaned clothes and taking steps to minimize exposure, you're making an important choice for your health, because sometimes the most significant threats are the ones we can't see. Moving on to the next one, thermal paper receipts. Thermal paper receipts are more dangerous than you may think. These seemingly harmless slips of paper could be quietly threatening your health. The culprit? A chemical called bisphenol A, or BPA. You see, BPA is used as a developer in the printing technology of thermal paper receipts, and it's not just sitting there, it's easily absorbed through your skin, especially when your hands are oily or wet. This chemical is an endocrine disruptor, interfering with our hormones and posing serious health risks. For men, exposure to BPA can lead to prostate cancer, and for women, it can cause breast cancer. Moreover, it can lead to fertility issues and developmental problems in children. So what can you do? Simple, limit your exposure. Don't take a receipt unless you really need it. And if you do, try to handle it as little as possible. Remember, every small step matters when it comes to safeguarding your health. Think twice before accepting that receipt. Liking our video so far? Before we move on to the next household item, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our new informative videos. Next up, we have another surprising one: antibacterial soaps. Antibacterial soaps may not be as healthy as you think. They're often packed with chemicals like triclosan that we lather into our skin daily, thinking we're keeping ourselves clean and safe from germs. But did you know triclosan can interfere with our thyroid function and hormone levels? Yes, the very soap we trust to keep us healthy could potentially be throwing our bodies off balance. Research has shown that exposure to triclosan can lead to a weakened immune system, making individuals more susceptible to infections. Moreover, these soaps are not necessarily more effective at eliminating bacteria than their traditional counterparts. In fact, they may even contribute to antibiotic resistance, a rising global health concern. So, what's the solution? Opt for simpler alternatives. Glycerin soaps, for example, are a great choice. They cleanse effectively without the harsh, potentially harmful ingredients. And they're often gentler on the skin too. Remember, our skin is our largest organ, and what we apply to it matters. Choosing a safer soap could make a world of difference. Next up, we have a surprising one: non-stick cooking pans. Non-stick cooking pans may be convenient, but they could also be harmful. Imagine, you're whipping up a delicious meal in your favorite non-stick pan. It's easy to clean, nothing sticks, and it's a dream to cook with. But beneath that smooth, non-stick surface lies a potential health hazard. The magic behind these pans is a chemical coating, often made of substances like polytetrafluoroethylene, also known as PTFE, and perfluorooctanoic acid, or PFOA. These chemicals provide that slick, non-stick surface we all love, but at a cost. Over time, when subjected to high heat, this coating can break down and release toxic fumes. Ingesting these particles over time could lead to a host of health problems, including certain types of cancer. Research has shown that PFOA exposure is linked to a variety of health issues, including liver damage, immune system disruption, and hormonal changes. A comprehensive study published in Environmental Health Perspectives found that PFOA is associated with an increased risk of certain cancers, particularly kidney and testicular cancer. Additionally, the American Cancer Society has indicated that PFOA may contribute to the development of other cancers, including prostate cancer. Long-term exposure to PFOA can also lead to elevated cholesterol levels and thyroid disease, further emphasizing the serious health implications of using non-stick cookware that contains this toxic chemical. So, what's the solution? Are you doomed to a life of scrubbing burnt food off your pans? Not at all. There are safer alternatives out there. Cast iron pans, for instance, are a great option. They're durable, naturally non-stick when seasoned properly, and can even add a dose of iron to your food. Stainless steel is another good alternative, known for its durability and even heating. Ceramic-coated pans are another alternative. They offer the same ease of use as traditional non-stick pans, without the harmful chemicals. However, it's important to remember no matter what type of pan you use, proper care is crucial. Overheating and using metal utensils can damage the surface of your pan, potentially releasing harmful substances. Moving on to the next one, air fresheners. Air fresheners may smell nice, but they could be polluting your home. That's right, these seemingly harmless products that promise to eliminate odors and fill your space with pleasant fragrances might be doing more harm than good. Air fresheners, be they sprays, gels, or plug-ins, often contain a cocktail of chemicals. One of the most concerning chemicals is a group of substances known as phthalates. These are used to help the fragrance linger longer. However, phthalates are known endocrine disruptors, meaning they can interfere with your body's hormone system. Over time, exposure to phthalates can lead to a whole host of health issues, including hormonal imbalances and reproductive problems. But that's not all. When you spray an air freshener, these chemicals don't just disappear. They stick to dust particles and linger in the air, waiting to be inhaled. Over time, these chemicals can accumulate in your body, potentially increasing your risk of developing certain types of cancer. If that's not enough to make you rethink your air freshener use, consider this. Many air fresheners also contain volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. These compounds can cause headaches, dizziness, and eye, nose, and throat irritation. In high concentrations, some VOCs are even associated with cancer. So, what can you do to keep your home smelling fresh without relying on these chemical-laden products? The answer might be simpler than you think. Firstly, open your windows. Proper ventilation can do wonders for eliminating odors and refreshing your indoor air. Another natural way to freshen your home is by using houseplants. Certain plants like spider plants and English ivy are known for their air-purifying abilities. Freshening your air naturally could be the key to a healthier home. Remember, just because something smells clean doesn't mean it is. Next, we have a shocking one: plastic food containers. Plastic food containers may be convenient, but they could be leaching toxic chemicals into your food. You see, many plastics contain substances like bisphenol A, or BPA, and phthalates, both of which have been linked to a variety of health issues, including cancer. Over time, these toxins can seep into your food, especially when the plastic is heated or used with fatty, salty, or acidic foods. Both BPA and phthalates have been associated with increased risks of certain cancers, particularly breast and prostate cancer. The American Cancer Society notes that these chemicals can contribute to tumor growth by disrupting normal hormonal functions. Now you might be thinking, but I always use BPA-free containers. Unfortunately, even BPA-free plastics may contain other harmful chemicals. The safest bet? Switch to glass. Glass containers don't leach chemicals, they're microwave safe, and they're reusable, making them a more sustainable choice. Now that you're aware, what changes will you make in your home? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video eye-opening, please let us know by typing yes. This motivates us to produce more informative videos like this one. Enjoyed the video? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one. We provide research-backed health content every day. While you're here, check out our other videos as well. Until next time, stay healthy.